Hi, welcome to Frank and Kat's Keto Journey. This is Frank.
This is Kat.
Otherwise known as Catherine, and we are honored that you would join us today and watch our video. So thank you for being here. We've got a few helpful hints for you. So
Today we're going to talk about the top 7 reasons that people fail at keto, kind of through our experience. But before we do that, we thought it was important that in case this is the first video that you've ever watched, to tell you a little bit about ourselves and kind of what our keto journey is. So I'm going to put Catherine on the spot. This isn't pre-planned or anything here, but
no.
How many years have we been married?
30.
She's right. Where do we meet?
We met in high school.
We are high school sweethearts and still having a good time, as you can see.
Yeah.
So we started our keto journey about 2.5 years ago. I was in my mid-50s. Catherine was about 22 at the time.
That's why I stayed with them for so long.
So she was in her early 50s. And throughout our 30s and 40s, we had really stayed in great shape. We had 5 kids, and every time Catherine was able to kind of work through it and getting back in great shape. And then we got to our 50s, and it got a little more difficult.
It kind of caught up with us.
Yeah, it got a little more difficult, and we found ourselves both about 25 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
We heard about keto, and we actually sat down and talked about it one night. I remember we were sitting outside on our patio talking about it, and I think neither one of us could really wrap our heads around how is it possible to eat fat and lose weight? It just doesn't make sense. So we ignored it for a year.
Long time.
Yeah, and a year later, almost to the day, we found ourselves even heavier than we were before. So I think your comment was, "What the heck? Let's give it a try," right? So we started learning about it. We got into it, and we had some amazing results. You can see what our results look like here on the screen right now. We're sharing them, and so we got really passionate about it, and we've been teaching people. We have a Facebook group of about 850 people right now. It's called Effortless Keto. So love you to have you join that, and also. Just make sure to subscribe to this channel, hit the little button. So that's enough about ourselves. Give us a second and we'll be right back, and we're going to talk about how many reasons?
7 reasons.
7 reasons.
7's like the magic number.
Right. 7 reasons. It's a lot.
It's a good luck number.
It's actually hard to believe people actually are successful when there's 7 reasons they can fail. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back. So today we're talking about the 7 reasons that people fail at the keto diet. And so I'll start if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay, so number 1 is people tend to give up too soon. Everybody's body is different, and how fast I get into ketosis versus Catherine gets into ketosis or somebody else gets into ketosis, they're all different, right? So a lot of times what's happening is people are restricting their carbs or getting in their fat, and they're just about to get into ketosis and they get frustrated and they quit right before that breakthrough. So I think the number 7 reason, like I said, is giving up too soon and not sticking with this. If you continue to do this every day and do what you need to do and kind of follow the things that we teach you, you will be successful.
Absolutely. And reason number 6, and this happened to us, is not being prepared. I remember there was one day, we were outside doing yard work, and we worked all day.
You gonna bring this up?
Yeah,
oh,
sorry, kind of got to embarrass Frank.
Oh,
and of course we were hungry, and we weren't prepared. We didn't have a snack, we didn't have dinner ready, and boy, we almost caved just because we weren't prepared. So I would really recommend, you don't want to see hangry Frank.
No. No.
So,
yeah, I do. So since you brought it up, we were still pretty new into keto at that point.
We were.
And I was hypoglycemic before I got into keto, and I would have blood sugar things, and I did get hangry, and I think I did utter the words, "I'm done with keto."
He did, and I wouldn't let him quit.
No, she talked me off the ledge. Right, so thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
If I haven't said thank you.
You're welcome. So you want to be prepared. You just want to make sure that you have your meals planned out. Like, what do you want to make? When you go to the grocery store, you have that list with you, so you have all of your supplies. And you also really want to be sure that you're thinking about that snack time, because that would be the easiest time to cave and just grab something quick. But just not being prepared would be reason number 6. How about reason 5?
Reason number 5 is not having a plan. We're actually going to be doing another video on this where we're going to delve really deep into this, because I think this is somewhat of a hidden reason people don't understand it, that they fail at this, is not having that plan. And it really is kind of on two levels. One of the levels is not being prepared for what may face you the next day. So a habit that we picked up a long time ago is actually looking at our calendar for the next day and kind of saying, where am I going to have trouble spots? Do I have a meeting for a couple hours that I'm not going to be able to kind of break away from? Should I have food prepared and with me that time? You know, do I have time to cook that day? Do I not have time to cook that day? Does it have to be prepared? So, you know, kind of looking ahead and really making sure that you are ready to go for the next day. And then kind of the counter to that, having that plan, you know, we really advocate using a free app called Carb Manager and tracking your daily macros, because what you're going to find is if day after day you start hitting those macros, you actually meal after meal, and then day after day you start stacking those up, you know, you're going to be successful. So reason number 5 is have a plan.
And reason number 4 would be unrealistic expectations. Have you ever heard of anybody? I know we've seen some people that have tried keto and they've lost like a crazy amount of weight, like let's just say 20 pounds in a short amount of time, but it's not enough. And so you just can't be unrealistic in what you're expecting. You know, you still want to lose it in a healthy way.
Right.
And if you have a lot to lose, it's going to take you a little bit longer, and that's okay. But you don't want to be unrealistic about it, because if you're losing weight, that's still a great thing and worth celebrating.
Yeah, we actually advocate try to a pound or two a week is really is really good weight loss. You know, you don't have to lose 30 pounds in 3 days or something. Just crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not healthy.
Yeah. So number 3 is make sure you get enough fat in your diet. One of the great, so a couple years ago, during that transition, that year period where we had heard about keto and we went to keto, we actually tried it was low carb, kind of low fat, and it was awful. And the thing I felt bad about, we brought a lot of people along with us that really wanted to do it, and I think we all suffered terribly, because the great thing about keto is while you're reducing your carbs, you get fat and it keeps you full and satiated, and you just feel terrific. Your brain feels good, you got lots of energy. So it's really important to keep your fat levels above 75% of your total calories, and that's where you got to get back to that Carb Manager and really track it so you know what it does. And that's where that fat level, keeping the carbs down, that'll help you keep the carbs down, and that high fat level is really kind of what is going to put you into ketosis.
It really is, and it's just critical that it's those healthy fats.
Right.
And so, you know, I have some dietary restrictions, and I have figured it out. So don't let
Right.
an excuse stop you from trying to do that.
Yeah, that's a good point. And it's not on our list here, but you know, people talk about, I think people are nervous about keto because they think it's the bacon and butter diet. And you know, I love bacon, I love butter, but that doesn't have to be what it's all about. You know,
Right.
we do really what we teach in our Facebook group, and we'll put the link in the description, is how to do this in a healthy way so that you're improving. Not only are you losing weight, but you're improving your overall health.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Reason number 2 that people fail. Bunny ears are always good for a number 2, or like a TV antenna. I don't know. Too much protein. You don't want to have too much protein in your diet. I mean, there are some diets out there that say, oh, lean protein, you got to have it. And you do want lean protein when you're keto, but you don't want to have more than 25% of your total calories. So again, that Carb Manager really helps you monitor that, because I feel like some of these things just sneak in, like you don't realize what foods are made of, and so it just helps you monitor that.
Right. Protein's a tough one because the amino acids that are in protein really are the building blocks for everything in our body. So they're really, really important. But conversely, if you eat too many, if you get much over that 25% level, your body can actually take the excess protein, convert it into glucose, right? Because that's kind of what it is used to running on, and then it knocks you out of ketosis. So, you know, people really understand the carb piece, but the protein, I think, catches people by surprise. So, kind of just keep a limit on that.
All right, you ready for the number 1 reason?
Number 1 reason.
Should we do a drum roll?
Sure.
I don't know if it's gonna. Drum roll. The number 1 reason. Woo! Take it away, Frank.
The number 1 reason is kind of obvious here, guys, but it's too many carbs in our diet, right? And that's probably the reason most of us get into the keto diet, because we've been following the standard American diet, which, if you haven't figured it out, the acronym is SAD, and that's probably true. It's led to a lot of obesity and a lot of disease around the world, you know, as America's kind of pushed that out. So, just keeping, we really try to keep our carbohydrates to about 5%, and then for both of us that works out somewhere near around 20 carbs a day. We typically don't follow net carbs, we like to follow actual carbs, and then we find when we keep our carbs at that level, we're pretty successful, and we keep our weight off. So
yeah, and I think that's another place where that carb manager really helps.
Absolutely.
Because, boy, I know there's so many foods that I love, and I think, oh, those are healthy, I can have those. Well, a lot of carbs are in them. So you just want to educate yourself on foods that are high in carbs and foods that are low in carbs, because there are a lot of good ones.
A really good example, the other night, or a couple days ago, had a good day. We're tracking our macros, everything are fine, and really was craving a little bit of fruit. So I had just a little bit of strawberries and just a little bit of blueberries. And if you're going to eat fruit on keto, those are really good for you, and because they're kind of low glycemic, don't have a lot of sugar in them. And then when I popped it in the carb manager, it still put me over my carbs for the day. So I got to about 25. I was like, that's okay, on an occasion to do that. But to Catherine's point, I think sometimes you look at things and you go, ooh, there's a lot more carbs in there than I thought.
Yeah, there's a lot of hidden ones.
Yeah, a lot, and that carb manager really helps call that out. So, we appreciate you guys being here. Like I said, make sure to subscribe and then hit the little bell. We've got about 30 or 40 more videos planned out already for you, so we're going to be out here regularly teaching. I think you'll find we're a little bit different in the fact that, and nothing wrong with this, but a lot of the keto groups that you find out there, they're really about just sharing recipes and success, stories, and we do that too. But we also like to get on and teach you guys about how keto works and how your body works and how you really can be most successful. So subscribe and share us, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks for being here.
Bye.